The University of Tulsa welcomes Annie Young, the new women's golf coach at TU. And first of all, welcome, and welcome back to Oklahoma.
Thanks, it's good to be back.
Your most recent experience has been at Colorado State, but you've had quite a few travels, haven't you? I mean, you started, grew up in Salt Lake City, so take us through your career.
Grew up in Salt Lake, moved to Highland when I was in high school, and then played golf at Oklahoma State till 01 to 05, and then played professionally for 3.5 years, and then coached at OSU for 3 years. And kind of the travels of being a golf coach, we went to California for my husband's job and ended up at Northridge for a year, and then CSU for 5, and now I'm back in Oklahoma. I'm excited. When this job came available, I was really, really excited.
What attracted you most to the University of Tulsa women's golf program?
One, that it's Oklahoma, we're in Oklahoma, but two, the history here. I mean, it's a lot of people, the younger generation doesn't know about the history here, so we're going to make it known. But I think that was the big thing, and I knew what golf courses were here and what we could do with some hard work.
I was going to say that some folks might shy away from the daunting history of 4 national championships, but sounds like you want to embrace it.
Oh, we've got to embrace it. I think that's what we're going to hit on. I'm going to get former players. I've been reaching out to them, and we've got to get them involved in the program. And I think why not get that, part of what we're doing moving forward.
And for folks that don't know, Annie had a very successful career at Oklahoma State, 2-time All-American, and I know that in your years as a player, your team went pretty deep in the tournament, right? I think finished as high as 2nd place.
Yeah, we finished 2nd my junior year. That still hurts a little bit, but very good teams, well coached. Amy Weeks was my coach for 3 years, and then I was lucky to play under Mike McGraw for a year, who's at Baylor now, but learned a lot.
Yeah, and obviously, so how, what it takes to get there at least, right?
Yes, we've, and that's one thing I hope I can share with the players is the hard work, the practice that you need to do in order to be successful.
Now, obviously, you didn't perhaps know a whole lot about Tulsa, except for maybe the great history. When you came to Oklahoma, did you kind of just learn about Dale McNamara and all the championships and that sort of thing, or is that something you already knew?
I knew a little bit. Melissa was coaching at Tulsa when I was in school, and we played a lot with them, and so I knew they were always good at that stage. They were pretty good. I was still surprised when I read the history here how good they were, and I had dinner with Dell right after I got the job, and just picking her brain about what she did to be successful here. So.
Obviously, in this area, about the courses and the great courses, and to me, that's just a great advantage, isn't it, to have access to so many good courses?
Yeah, I mean, that's a game changer, I think. We're going to utilize those. We're going to play a lot of golf. Saw the Patriot the other day. I hadn't been out there since I had coached at OSU, and so, man, that's a special place. But, with Tulsa Country Club and Cedar Ridge and Southern Hills, you're not going to find better golf courses.
And I don't know how golf was in Utah as you were growing up and getting really good at golf, but in Oklahoma, you play in all sorts of different conditions, and you understand that, having played at OSU. Does that help a team, do you think, as you get ready for like postseason play or tournament play?
Oh yeah, it helps you throughout the season. I was recruited by Pepperdine and OSU, and I went to OSU because I knew I was going to play in different conditions, and I knew if I wanted to take my game to the next level, I needed to play in those kind of conditions. It helps because when you get to a golf course that's easier, it's like, well, we've practiced in the hardest conditions. It's pretty easy.
Okay, so now you're here, and you're kind of ensconced, and you know where everything is. But what next? Obviously, recruiting is the lifeblood, isn't it?
Yeah, we're on the road right now. I've been on the road for 3 weeks. My assistant right now is on the road, so we're hitting it. We've got to get some players to kind of move the needle here, and it's going to take some time. But I think we've seen some good progress already. Players that didn't know about Tulsa history, and the piece you did on the 30-year history was very big.
Parker Edens is your new assistant coach. What can you tell us about him?
Great guy. He played at Colorado State, has been playing professional golf the last 3-4 years. Knows a lot about the game. He's learning, the coaching aspect of it, but he'd been a volunteer assistant and knew, a little bit about it, and he's hit the ground running. He's really excited.
Well, I know that one of the things that's very hard for a new head coach is you're coming into town, you're trying to find a place to live, and you're out recruiting because you have to do that. So a busy time, but you're starting to settle in then, huh?
Yeah, we got a house. Luckily, I have a husband that's, you know, helps a ton, and he's getting everything arranged at home. So it's coming along.
Annie, thank you for taking the time, and welcome.
Thank you.
Annie Young, the new head coach, University of Tulsa Women's Golf.